Yo, what's up, YouTube? Firefist Chris here, and I'm here with DominicanPunk, and he's coming to you with a Eustass Captain Kid deck profile. So I'll let him ahead and do the introductions and explains why he plays certain cards, and here you go.
Guys, the Dominican Punk here. Please go subscribe and follow my channel. There isn't anything as of yet. I will actually be doing a deck profile after I take it to locals, just so that I can give people more explanation of what I've recently played. So again, guys, just go subscribe to my channel. I will say, keep in mind, I'm not the most competitive player of all time. However, that is the point of picking up this card game. It is a journey. So again, come sub to my channel and let's get this adventure started. I'm playing Kid, as you can tell by my name, the Dominican Punk, which is all one word. Also, just for those that want to subscribe, it's TheDominicanPunk, again, all one word. Kid is my favorite character. I'll save that for another video because I'll go on for hours about that. But I'm playing, it's pretty standard for the most part. Just 4 Bonnies, 4 Beige, 4 Apus, just because he's the counter for 2K. I play 4 of the blocker killers. Really good. I just love essentially swarming my board with as many blockers as I can to allow Kid to just keep attacking and double attacking. I played 2 killer. I had took these out, but I put them back in because my locals has a lot of red. And these just clear the Zoro, or just in the worst part, their blockers or their Namis, whatever they're attacking with once things get lower. This is what I'm testing out, and this is why I said I'll do a deck profile once I go to locals. Is the promo Kid. Reason being is that he's just a big baiter. With 2 Dawn in, he gets double attack. And what I like to do is essentially, once he's out, just give him usually 3 Dawns, make him a 7K, and just play him as a baiter. If I know that my opponents have a lot of cards in hand, then I might try to attack their leader, forcing them to either abandon certain cards or draw 2, which again, you know, depending on what's left, if this and just my Kids out, then I could just put 7 and attack for big damage. Or again, if I see that they have no cards in hand, taking the same advantage, just attacking or setting my board up. Again, this is in the theory and the few test plays that I have done, setting my board up to essentially finish the game with him, because, you know, once I get rid of their life or they have 1 left, he gets that double attack. So I'll let you guys know how that one goes.
So what you say for that last card with the Eustass Kid? Would you say it's more useful late games as opposed to the early games?
Yeah, I mean, it can be very useful in the early game, just in the sense that it can bait out a lot of cards. So, and again, it's 3 cost, 4K. So, I mean, essentially, it's best used, I would say, late game, trying to clear up. But I like the fact that, again, it allows me to bait at any time of the game. Kind of just either forcing them to want to get rid of this, or be, again, having to waste much more resources to protect their leader whenever he's attacking.
All right, great.
I played Double Law, which might be bumped up to 3 or 4. Again, just depending on how this local goes. I play the 3 Basil Hawkins, one of the best cards in this deck. Just again, another one that can attack twice. I also play the Double Drake. Again, same purpose. When I'm going up against red, it just pops those Luffys, or just most decks, anything 4 or lower pops in the mirror match. That's just a great card, and it's 6K on board. So once I do that, you know, he becomes a scary just attacker for the opponent. I play, this is where, again, people probably don't agree. I just play double of the Kid blocker from the structure deck, and then I play essentially the 2 blockers from the pack. I'm probably going to bump this up to 3 because what I see in testing is that I'm not drawing it enough. But however, again, I love both of these cards. These cards are great when they come out. They just really change momentum usually for me. And then I play the double Punk Gibson, just because, again, it's a great counter and then it rests. Now, next is the Wano side, essentially. So I play a double Momo. Again, this should be at 3. Most people play it at 3, but right now I got it at 2 because it's been going well. And again, I had some other cards I put in. I put the 3 Nekomamushis. Again, just great card. To get rid of blockers for any deck, essentially. The 4 Izos, because it is the 2K counter, as well as it can rest on play. So this, with your law, just gives you certain plays where you can just rest something and put it back into your hand, summon out a blocker, and it can still be that 2K counter for you. 3 Okikus. See a lot of people playing 4. I think 3 is fine. With the Momos, I usually draw into them very quickly. Worst case scenario, again, I might bump up the Momo back to 3, but 3 Okikos for me is fine. I play double Raizo. I mean, he's right. So he draws you a card in a game where you don't draw much. This is great. I play the one Yamato. At this time, that is all that I have. But, I mean, I don't even think I would want to bump this up more. I really kind of like it the way it is when it comes out. Again, same thing as kind of the kid. That's what gave me the idea. People just panic. They don't want to let their leader take this hit. They don't want to let their cards get banished because of the fact knowing that they're losing resources. And then I play the 2 Paradise Waterfall. And that is the deck that I will be going into locals with. And I'll be going to locals tomorrow evening. So, again, probably expect the deck profile on the Dominican Punk on Tuesday.
And
or
that's
Monday
great.
night.
And I guess for matchups, what would you say is your more tougher matchups with this deck?
I would actually say it's probably not necessarily the tougher matchup for this deck, but I just hate going against blue. The Doflamingo deck just constantly bouncing everything. Because, again, we don't have rushers. It's playing against that is very frustrating. Just because I'm constantly having to reestablish my board. Red, I like the matchup just because essentially we can kind of rest all of their things and kind of force them to attack into how we want them to once you're established well enough. With purple, I haven't tested enough purple and to know exactly how I feel about the matchup as of yet, just because, again, that's not the deck that's running around in my locals very often. And then with the Blurple Crocodile, again, it's tough, but I still think... Same thing, it's frustrating, but I think overall this is probably the best deck of the format. I think you can edge out all those games with just playing correctly.
All right, great. And then, again, his name is Dominican Punk. I'll go ahead and put the link in the description. And that was it from us, guys. So this Fire Fist Chris signing out. Bye.